Hello and welcome to Campus 2 Community, the Columbia Basin College News Magazine, to keep you informed of what's happening at CBC and how we might better serve you. On our show today, we're going to be talking about the Applied Management Bachelor's degree at CBC with Retention and Outreach Specialist Katrine Smith and one of the students who's about to graduate, Jake Washburn. But first, we're going to talk about a program that's going to take off in 2015 at the Columbia Basin College campus, and it's entitled Competency-Based Education. And with us to share more about that is the coordinator at CBC for Competency-Based Education, Cathy Clary. Cathy, welcome.
Thank you very much.
So what is Competency-Based Education?
Well, this is a business degree, and we call it a competency-based business degree because, like all of our degrees, it has learning outcomes, but we have divided up the competencies or learning outcomes into granular types of things. For instance, in an economics class, a student that really is successful would know about the impacts of taxes on the economy, different sectors of the economy, and then they might be asked to show mastery of that by writing a paper on maybe Washington State should have an income tax instead of a state tax, a sales tax like we have now.
Sure. So is the degree path completely online?
It's totally online, and there are 18 courses involved. However, a student may already have some credits that they can apply to the degree. This is our regular business AA transfer degree, Associate of Arts and Science transfer degree. But it's competency-based, so it's just a different modality.
So what are some of the advantages of taking the degree through competency-based education?
One of the biggest advantages is that if a student has prior work experience or life experience or, let's say, military experience and can show mastery of the competencies, they may be able to pace through that in a quicker progression than regular students. So this program is very personalized. The students set their own pace within the term. It's a 6-month term instead of a 3-quarter system, 6 months. So the student can take as many classes as they can fit in during that period, as long as they finish it by the end of that term. So there's a winter term and a summer term. The advantage then is that they can progress faster. Of course, they can go at a regular pace as well. But also, because they can take as many courses as they can fit in that term, they might have an enormous cost savings. And in terms of that, there are no books. It's all online resources that the student studies for these competencies, open resources.
So is there financial aid available?
Yes, if the student is eligible for financial aid economically, they would be eligible for this program, just like any other program at CBC.
And how do they go about enrolling?
Well, to get more information, they should contact the Counseling and Advising Center and see if indeed they are a good fit for this program, because they do need to be very self-motivated, independent. They'll have a lot of help from a completion coach and the faculty, of course, but because it's an online program. So they should call the Counseling and Advising Center to learn more about the process.
And finally, this is going to take off in 2015.
In January of 2015, we'll have our first students, so we're looking forward to that.
Fantastic. Cathy, good luck with this.
Thank you.
When we come back, we'll be talking about one of CBC's bachelor's degrees, Applied Management, with the Outreach and Retention Specialist, Katrine Smith, right after this.
Immediately started to see ways that I can improve our company to better manage projects and to ask better questions and to get better information. Do you think all project managers should just take this? In a way, anybody who works on any project should really have project management experience. It would really help if everybody understood the concepts and principles.
Welcome back. Well, for several years now, Columbia Basin College has offered not only two-year degrees, but bachelor's degrees that can lead to an even brighter future for students at CBC. And the one that's been with us the longest is the Bachelor of Applied Science in Applied Management. And here to talk a little bit about that degree is the Outreach and Retention Specialist for Applied Management, Katrine Smith. Katrine, welcome.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about the program in Applied Management.
Well, the Applied Management bachelor's degree is really set up for those students who already have their associate degree, but they lack the broader knowledge and education in business in particular, to move into management positions. Often they've reached career plateaus, and without the prerequisite of a bachelor's degree, they're not able to move into supervisory positions. And this is there to help them break through those requirements and get into the career upward ladder that they're wanting.
Okay, so when we talk about the advantages of the bachelor's degree versus the associate degree, it's moving up in employment, maybe even owning your own business.
Absolutely. Definitely there is an entrepreneurial track, but the focus is really giving them that overall broad perspective of business. And as far as this degree in itself, it's really to take the skills and the knowledge base that the students already have, but apply that with a firm grounding basis of professional ethics and integrity, and then that overview of organizational management and business, and putting it out there for them to apply it to whatever field they're coming from.
Wow. So why is it so adaptable for students who are actually, and a lot of them are, working full-time?
Well, that's exactly what it's built for, is the working student. The curriculum is taught in the evenings or in an online format. For those students that are in working, they don't have to go to school full-time. They can do it at the pace that's right for them, whether it's part-time. We have students that come and take classes for a quarter, then maybe have to work during a busy time of the year, and then they come back. There's nothing that says they have to go full-time, and with it being online in a hybrid format, it works well for the working student.
So CBC's had this Applied Management bachelor degree for several years now. How are the graduates faring in their careers after graduation?
Well, many of our graduates not only are moving up the corporate chain, but they're also going on. They've broken through the academic glass ceiling and are going on to master's degree programs throughout the state. And it's exciting to see. The statistics from the Department of Labor really speak for themselves, in the fact that students with a bachelor's degree earn 98% more per hour than students without. And our students are holding true to those statistics.
Fantastic. So how do we find out more about the Applied Management bachelor's degree?
Well, obviously you can contact me, but you can also go to columbiabasin.edu/BAS.
Okay, fantastic. And congratulations. I know we had a big graduating class last year. Right?
Largest ever, over 68 students. It was exciting to see.
Fantastic. So. Thanks very much.
Thanks.
And when we come back, we're going to be talking with one of those students who is just about to graduate right after this.
I work in the project controls division, so this program is a really good fit for me for project management. It's a good package because everything that I'm learning here, we also are doing in our programs and projects at work. I just think it's a great program because it's close to home, and I can still work and be able to attend classes at night.
And welcome back. Well, when we're talking with Katrine Smith regarding the bachelor's degree in applied management, she was noting that a lot of students who come have reached the pinnacle of where they can go with the education they have. And one who's trying to advance further is our guest right now, our student Jake Washburn. Hi. Welcome.
Thanks.
Jake, tell us about how the bachelor's degree program and why you got into it.
Well, currently I'm a procurement manager for a big corporation, and I've kind of had kind of the ceiling. And so basically I was looking for a program that I could step into, and was really looking at several key pieces of that. And one of them was curriculum, trying to find a college that had the classes that really supported my long-term goals. Secondly, I was looking for instructors that actually had really good business experience and having the strong educational background. You know, and third, I was looking for that class schedule, because I travel a decent amount and I'm on the road, and so being able to fit that in and still be successful in school is important. And then lastly, I just looked at the total value of that, including costs, and found out CBC was the right option.
Okay, well, let's talk about that for a little bit. What's the advantages for someone with an associate's degree to get that 4-year degree?
Well, I think the problem you have is the associate's degree is great, but I'm battling my counterparts that have bachelor's and even master's degrees. So, you know, you may be good at something, but without having that piece of paper, it makes it very difficult to get up with your other peers.
Mm-hmm. So why is the program so adaptable to students who work like you full time?
Well, I think it's tailored for students like me. So, you know, I work, you know, 8 to 5 typically most days, but classes are in the evening. Classes are also online, and also they're hybrid, so you could have a little bit of both, and that really makes it easier to do your work.
Now, how does the program then obviously fit your schedule real well? What are some of the classes that have helped you in your job right now?
Well, I will say every class I've been in I have been able to take something away from it. I would say the finance classes, for a great example, the time value money principles, payback analysis, those are things that blended right away into the things I do today. Even going further into my sustainability class I'm in currently, I'm able to pull things in from that class into my career.
Mm-hmm. So what would you say to someone who is maybe considering it, but they're not quite sure if it's going to improve their career, and considering the program to, you know, maybe even make their own business, come up with their own business, but they're not sure if it's going to be worth it?
You know, I think time's always on the move, and you know, so I waited for too long, and I think it's one of those things that I was worried about, travel and just being away from school. You know, the program really fits around those types of professionals. I would say don't wait, and try to get in as soon as you can, and get it done.
Fantastic. So how did you find the actual process of getting into the program, enrollment, that type of thing?
You know, Katrine is excellent, and you know, basically went in there, we went through my transcripts, set up a kind of a plan of attack. You know, I'm a full-time student and a full-time worker, so I'm doing it both full-time, but making that work, and she worked with me long-term, scheduling things out quarters ahead, and so it was very easy.
Fantastic. And for you, this is what, your last quarter?
Yes, yep.
Fantastic.
Yep.
Well, we appreciate you and
Thanks.
for taking the program in advance.
Appreciate it.
Thank you. And that is Campus to Community. We'll see you next month.